Welcome back, everyone, to the top cut of the Cup of Aces monthly. We had a bit of a hiccup due to some drops from the original pairings of the top cuts. We had to shift things around and get a repairing. And all things said and done, we've got people in their rooms and ready to rock and roll. There's one game I do want to watch for top cut, top 16. Congratulations to the top cut. And yeah, I'll do that. No worries. And let me congratulate those of you who made it to top cut: Aky, Threems, Andrew, MBT, Dasvi, Jaxel, Mad, Shogun, Yugioh, Ararara, Charlotte, KD, One with the C, Jellyunicorn, Tristan, and Redyoshe. Thank you all so much for joining. And I also have on co-commentary here, we have Wolt without Wolt.
Hi, I'm here.
Wolt is going to help commentate with me on Top Cut. How are you, Wolt?
I'm essentially Luke Von Karma too.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, no, I'm a little Luke Von Karma. When you need a tag in, I'm right here. I'm here to commentate. I do not play Yu-Gi-Oh. I've never actually played the game before.
That's also not true. Wolt has made it to Top Cut of the MCS, actually.
And I'm the 2006 world champion. Don't forget it. 2007.
That is true. The 2006 world champion. We have 3Ms again with one of my favorite decks in this tournament. The three triple Axis, Malice, Goblin, Biker, Fiendsmith versus Redyoshe, who is on Mimighoul. Mimighoul eking it out in Top Cut of my little tournament. So let's take a look in that game. Game's already started. Show chat here and share with you. Here you go. Okay, so 3Ms on this 60 card variant of Goblin, Bikers, Malice, and Fiendsmith versus Mimighoul. Very exciting stuff. Peeps going crazy right now. He's punched into air in excitement. It's Redyoshe's turn currently. So it looks like we were able to disrupt enough. And Ingrave, we have some Fiendsmith stuff in Imperm, etc. Game's going so fast already. What do you think of Mimighoul, Wolt?
I like that sometimes they face down, but sometimes they get flip face up to get effects that are called flip effects, and manage to get advantage for you to win the game.
Well, that's the problem with that, is that you are super true. Like, that is the thing is, I can't disagree. Like, look at this. The Mimighoul Archfiend is being set here, which allows us to, if it's flipped, it can draw a card and send a card from our board. So they all have very interesting effects when they're activated on the opponent's side of the board. The deck is so insane with like thrust and talents too. So it's such a good combo piece with the deck. We do get to send.
I feel like it's so hard to call what is your board and your opponent's board during a Mimighoul combo, because you are constantly saying like, this is our board, that's their board. So I think we just have to refer to them by names.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Redyoshe piloting this Mimighoul deck to much success. Pretty good for this tournament, doing pretty well for themselves. And they're thinking right now on what to do. 3Ms looking not very strong here. Kicking off into Little Knight. Little Knight.
Classic.
It's a classic.
The one-year-old classic, gotta say.
Little Knight here.
Such a strong play as always.
What do? You banish the definitely just the back row for sure. I feel like there's no other way to do it.
Yeah, there's not really a good other option.
Okay, we have the Malice MTP07, which just adds us a Malice. So we are going to add that Dormouse, which is pretty frightening for Redyoshe if we can't out the board. And it's looking like we're maybe passing on SB Little Knight and a back row. I mean, a set card with Mimighoul Dungeon is horrifying. I mean, we can't normal summon, right? So like that's.
And the back row can be anything.
Right. It could literally be anything.
It could literally be anything.
We're thinking Raigeki Break, you know.
And if they want to flip up their Mimighoul, they're going to have to give their opponent some advantage.
Yep. Archfiend does trigger, allowing their opponent to draw and send a card. But looks like we're able to play some Fiendsmith here. good start from 3Ms. You're really happy to see it tracked, because this is tracked is always like, oh man, now I have to deal with Engraver, Equip, Requiem, right? Like,
see, the best part about the Fiendsmith is that it's level 6, so you can just tribute over your Mimigul and that outs the Mimigul.
That's not true. We can't do that. Wolt is being very facetious. If you don't know, you can't normal summon, so we can't tribute over these guys, which is obviously the point, right? Like,
it's the point. You want
it's literally the
want
point.
You to flip up.
Lying turbo. And I think there was what. Remember when they mentioned this in the
tribute set.
The reveal of Mimigul, where they're like, well, what if they send it? And it's like, hold on. You can't.
Just one more thing.
Just one more thing.
First, we're going to activate the SP here. Going to get rid of the John Smith.
Did you just say the John Smith?
Yeah, the John Smith.
Well, we're doing it. We're flipping the Archfiend so we can normal summon. And we're ashing our own Mimigul.
That's crazy.
That's so awesome.
Yes,
of course. It's a best of 3. And that's the normal summon, which we added off TP. And it's Imperm.
That is Imperm.
That is Imperm. But, you know, the funny thing is, I think we're okay.
It's material.
Because we can go Lizard Rose here and banish the Dormouse. God, that's so funny.
It's just such a crazy interaction
It's
that it's
so
like
stupid. Yeah, okay.
you can't normal summon, so you have to use your normal summon, and then it's like, oh, an Imperm just gets rid of the normal summon.
Yep. Well, banishing that Dormouse, target the Lizard
The 100
Rose.
attack points on the Lizard Rose is going to get us a lot per game.
Yeah, that attack matters a lot.
Yep.
No, Lying Turbo yet again. Red Ransom, crazy here. Is this it? I wonder what that
Such a
last
good
card in hand for Redyoshe. You think it's Yashi or Yoshi?
I think it's Yashi.
Yeah. Banishing the...
I think it's just better if we call them Red.
White Rabbit here. Red? Yeah, Red.
Yeah.
Malice, White Rabbit?
Like they're a little kid. Hey, Red. Oh, it's like the wolf guy. Red and blue.
Yep. Okay, we're going to activate the TB11 here, banishing the Red Ransom, grabbing that Chessy Cat, triggering that Red Ransom. I guess the one card you're afraid of is maybe Nibiru, but you're going to banish the Dotscaper here. So I guess if you're holding Nibiru, you could maybe do it now. But we'll see.
Dotscaper is like the most okay card that's seen way too much play.
Yeah. There's the White Binder. The White Binder. Let's see what we're banishing here. I mean, we already banished. I don't think. Have we done Chessy Cat yet? I don't think we have.
Oh, they've not done Chessy Cat yet.
Okay. Yep. All right. There it goes. Banishing some of the Mimiguls. Why not? Keep them out of doing something with them engraved. And there's no spell. That's the only one I'd be. I would have maybe banished Maker, because Maker does have that effect to like book, but maybe useless against Malice, you know. So.
First, we're going for the access code talker.
Yeah. Well, there's the access code. It looks like we're gonna win this game this turn. Access code, banish the White Binder, special summon back.
And
wow.
That's our extra draw. Extra add.
Yep.
No, wait, no, this
is just the set off
that's
PWC.
the set, my bad.
No, you're good. And I mean, now you have insurance, right, too? So even if they out this board somehow, they waited all this time for Nibiru, you're fine. So they set the GWC. And
that's 3 attacks in, and
that's 3Ms with the Goblin victory. I saw those Goblin cards at the beginning. I saw that. Let's see how things fare in games 2 and 3. Really like it. Boom! That's a boom. Yep. That's a Perulia boom.
The good old... good new, I guess.
Yeah.
To Chummy Perulia.
That's
hitting the board already.
Does resolve. Gonna normal summon the Mimigul Dragon here. I mean, that's a good start, right? You love to see the normal summon.
That's a strong start. I mean, that's...
But definitely Perulia really good, right? Because we a lot of the Mimigul summon from hand, right?
Yep, hand. I think a few of them summon from deck as well.
Yeah, yeah, a few from deck, but mostly they can all kind of trigger themselves to special summon either to your opponent's side of the board or to yours. And usually you'll like summon another one from hand again and add, like here we're gonna add off of the Mimighoul. Maybe we get room. Oh, we're not getting anything. You're getting belled actually.
Yep, that could be the end of the game.
That's really funny. It includes an effect to add from graveyard. So Mimighoul Dungeon is bellable. Yeah. And there, I said it. I mean, like, this is. I was thinking about slime specifically. Oh man, your advantage again with Purulia is so good.
Yeah, unfortunately, in that point, it's slime or bust.
Oh.
Well, actually, never mind. I stand corrected.
Again, I said it earlier that like thrust and talents is an incredible combo with.
Especially Mimighoul, because you can just give your opponent a monster and activate the card.
Oh, we're gonna set room instead.
Actually, we're gonna set room.
Okay, that makes sense. I think like I don't know if you're continuing to play the game, you have to continue special summoning from like your hand. Yeah, and they said I can't play under Purulia, and my dungeon got belled, and or you know what do you do?
Yeah. Put on a slime, a dragon, and a dream.
Yeah. This dragon is pretty good, but not great when it's by himself. I've seen this guy resolve wiping entire boards, so it's it's nothing to.
I'm a big fan of the what's the big guy's name? I always forget. I was gonna say creator.
Oh, Maker, I think.
Maker. I thought Maker was the spell. That's why I got confused.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't remember his name, but I love the big guy.
Sorry, Maker's the spell. God, I'm trying to remember the guy.
The what slime monthly?
Is Archfiend?
Never heard of it. I think it is Archfiend.
No, Giant Mimighoul.
Oh, he's giant, right?
Giant's the one, the giant like treasure chest that has like the arms and stuff. That guy rocks. I agree. All right, looks like we're doing Fiendsmith. I mean, we are dungeon locked, right? So we can't normal summon. But
I'm sure you can find a way around that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fiendsmith is. Oh, I guess this is the biggest problem with his deck right now is Fiendsmith set kind of can just ignore what Mimighoul is doing and play its own game. Like
you have no reason to flip the spell trap in a position where you're losing.
Right.
Because not the spell. You have no position to flip the
Mimighoul, the slime, right?
Yeah. Because you can just have a board of a few monsters already that do more than a board impeded by a Mimighoul could ever do.
Right. Yep. And you're kind of a little afraid, especially if you're Redyoshe, because we know room is set, and we're gonna this forces the room here. They're gonna special summon Mimighoul from hand or deck in face down defense position. So you can special summon a Mimighoul from your hand or deck to your field or to the opponent's board. So as you can see, yeah, we're gonna set another dragon to our opponent's board. Then you can target any number of Mimighoul cards you control, return them to. Or sorry, that's the banish. Then you can change one face-up monster of the field face down to defense position. So they just changed the Lacrima to defense position so that we couldn't equip the Requiem to it. So
this is really interesting with the amount of board space they have after this. Because, admittedly, you don't need that much board space for Malice. It is going to make some weird plays for some zone spaces.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't play it correctly.
Right. So, I mean, I guess, like, you could... No, like, now there's no reason to, like, flip slime or anything like that. You just, like, keep it down. That's a good start. I mean, banishing...
That's a great start, yeah.
Malice and Underground to banish a Malice here from Threems' deck. Coder, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Folks, check out small content creator Coder. He's an up and coming guy. I think he's kind of cool.
He's up and what?
Up and coming. You know. Anyway, guys, check out Coder if you haven't heard of him. Distant Coder at Distant Coder. So, what do you think we banish here? I mean, I kind of like the Malice. I like the Rabbit. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was literally thinking
I
White
think
Rabbit.
White Rabbit was the correct pick there.
Yeah, I think White Rabbit's really good because White Rabbit allows us to kind of play the game by like activating trap cards, starting to like banish stuff.
Especially with so little in your graveyard, you just want
Yeah.
to lead with this as it's just such a strong start.
Yeah, exactly. So what can we make here? I mean, we have TB. We can go. Yeah, we'll go TB here. We banish the White Rabbit. Maybe we get Dormouse. Yeah, Dormouse makes sense. Man, these zones being locked is really frustrating.
Yeah, it's really scary.
Okay.
But of course,
This works.
Hazard Lizard Rose.
Lizard Rose frees up our board space. We get to banish the Dormouse, setting the dragon to 900 attack. That's that's that attack value rules coming up. We get to go Dormouse, and now we can activate Dormouse because it was previously summoned off the trap card, which we couldn't activate, but now that it's summoned from the banish, it's no longer the card that it is. We get to go Chessie, special summon the Chessie here. And if 3Ms, excuse me, has any Malice cards, we get to draw 2 as well off the Chessie Cat if it resolves.
It's a very interesting board state because you can still go into a lot of the Malice stuff, go for the Access Code line, and have such a strong play, but unfortunately, unless you play it exactly perfectly, you might not be able to kill the board space you have.
Yeah. Yep.
And you can see them taking a lot of time between their plays to think about it.
Right.
As it is very important.
Yep. There's the Chessie. We get to add the Red Ransom and the spell, and that gives us a target for Chessie to draw 2. The good thing is we have so much advantage, and navigating between like NMZ and like 2 monster zones isn't too bad for Malice. And as soon as we make that access code talker, what an incredible card for Malice. I mean, he's back in a big way. I feel like access code hasn't been seen in a long time, honestly, in N boards, and Malice is obviously proving why access code is still really good. Not only, of course, because he can pop a monster and become a big guy, but banishing specifically is so useful. God, we're summoning Fraudscaper.
Oh my god, he's back.
He's back.
Access Code definitely waned in popularity due to the fact that every board had such big monsters on field, from Kashtira to Bestials, and the amount ease of summoning tier monsters. So his popularity kind of waned.
Yeah.
But but you now see him in decks exactly like this, where his power is just so perfect for Malice that it'll just end up being their board finisher. And I think you're going to start to see that a lot more in decks that can actually make use of his banish and stuff like that to actively push for the finals of games.
Yep. No, I absolutely agree. And now you're feeling nice and safe. If 3Ms has any 6-star in hand or something, we can tribute over to Guy if we want to get rid of any of these guys. But honestly, this is plenty enough for lethal.
Oh wait, that's
53
lethal.
to 29. Yeah, just in case you never know, a Bestial or anything like that. Or I assume Red's not running it, but I think that's the duel. Yeah, 3Ms takes it 2-0. Let's see if anyone else is still live and gaming. Change the text here for the match. Give me 1 second. We've got Jellyunicorn versus
the White Devil.
The White Devil.
As you can see, do not let the name confuse you. Skibidusty Phantom Tax is actually the MBT Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
And we can't get him to change his name. We've asked him multiple times.
Okay, complicated board state, but it looks like Joseph is in the lead here. Lots of rise yells
and he
here.
is in chat now, saying, "Don't watch this."
Actually, I said that. Don't watch this? Okay, well.
I think we will.
Well, our opponent is on Primite. Primite, another barrel. Oh my god.
What's its actual name? I always forget its actual name. Isn't it just Barrel Dragon?
No, this is its actual name. Another Barrel Dragon. I think the translation was Ether Barrel or something. Another one.
Ooh, Dark End Evaporation Dragon.
Evaporation Dragon. What is this guy? I've been meaning to watch this game for a while, Jelly specifically. Haven't had the chance in Swiss, but here they are in Top Cut. I think it's the only Primite that I've seen so far in the tournament.
We had a few, not many, but the decks that they were in looked very strong. And then there's a hero list, but
Okay, set back row. I mean, I don't know. I guess you're fine here if you're Joseph. I mean, you have cross to shuffle back and draw a card. You have, I mean, Little Knight versus like a back row. Back row could be a little spooky if it's like imperm, but you know.
It is Ether Barrel. That's the TCG name.
Oh, it is Ether Barrel.
Yes, you had it right.
Okay, I did have it right. Never mind. I mix it up. Yeah, it's on the bottom here. It's the
yeah.
The bottom has
That's the
text.
unfortunate part about Yugioh is that there is an option to update it, but
Yeah.
I can never find the button for it.
Yeah, I gotta find that button so that I stop looking at these silly OCG stuff. We've
Gonna lead
both
off
been
with
playing
nice
so
prize
good
deal.
this game. Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear from the players in Top Cut. Okay, we get a normal ice is a great start though.
What if he was nice Redyoshe with it?
Ooh,
That's
no way.
yeah, such a strong
Called by on
card in
ice
the Redyoshe matchup.
Redyoshe. Okay.
Redyoshe does have ways to play around it, but
Judgment.
that is one of them.
That's one of them.
Wow.
That's a way to play around Called by the Grave. Well, there's EXT. Okay.
ESP
might
is
as
gonna
well-
have to go here.
Yeah, might as well Little Knight. I mean, it sucks because you know it's not good enough, right? Because EXT gets you Sword here, and Sword just summons itself, and then it gets you like anything you want. We can also cross.
Yep.
I was a little surprised he didn't do that immediately. I feel like I would have crossed to just check my hand, but still completely fine. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
I assume that's the draw for turn or draw off the cross because I feel like we would have led Fiendsmith.
100%.
Maybe not. There's an argument to normaling ice first, but yeah, this is crazy. We're gonna go
Roll
Lurie here. Do you think you told me you would never want me to activate Greensmith? Is that true?
Hey, if he was green, I might have other options, other thoughts on him.
Oh man, we've seen so much Fiendsmith this tournament, and with rightly so. It's so busted.
It's so powerful and so versatile for any archetype that
Yeah.
it's taken things like how Adventure was played,
Yes,
and
but like
that to another level.
Yeah,
just 'cause
like
it
it's
can
such a
do so much.
such a stronger level. You know, I was thinking of like how Adventure could maybe work with like Ryziel, and people were like, "Well, that's true." But what if you played Fiendsmith? And it was like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Yeah,
Fiend-
that's pretty
gives
broken.
you the extra free level 4,
Yep.
it gives you a lot of links and a fusion that has a strong effect, while Adventure just gives you the token and that's it.
Yep.
Okay, we're trying to go to Detonator.
Yep. Detonator attach. What do we attach there? Eclipse. Yep, of course. I mean,
Just the
now you're
craziest
feeling
part,
great
yeah.
if you're Joseph. You've got Cross, you've got Detonator. Yeah, Jellyunicorn
Yep, and that's
sees
gonna wrap it up.
the writing on the wall. Side decking. All right. Okay. So, looks like Mr. Joseph, Mr. MBT Skibidusy, Phantom Tax.
Let's not refer to him as that.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that.
Why
again.
not? Okay. No, that's okay. Okay, here we go. Primite, Dragon, Ether Barrel, summoned. Yeah, this is the most
Immediate
impermeable
imperm.
guy.
It's so strong.
I get it because he's so good. And Imperm also stops because you don't love ashing another barrel because you can send the normal monster still by tributing him. But that might be enough. So I believe that Jellyunicorn is on Bestial's Primite. So
Yes.
this might be. I know it looks bad, but it might not be that bad. So Joseph's leading Fiendsmith. Let's see.
Full Fiend's that long.
Yeah. See if we can interact. Okay. Ash Blossom.
Strong Ash, but of course we gotta wait to see.
It's a good Ash for sure.
Get out of chat. Play your game.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Can we
Ugh,
call it
says
audible
MBT.
to call this Ethel. Can we call it Ethel now?
Sure. Okay. Gotta start off with that EXT now.
Yep.
But feels. I mean, you're still pretty nice. You're still pretty happy about it that EXT does resolve. Do you say EXT? What do you call this? I was told today that this is dumb. Ext? You just say X?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go X'd.
Okay.
I'll
say
I
it.
think the Redyoshes are all great starters. Of course, they're made to be insane starters.
Oh, the Nibiru shown.
Oh.
How interesting.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Joseph playing it up at every moment. How interesting.
Well, what do you take here? I mean, okay, so you have Nibiru. He's got to be Nibiru, right? Like, I feel like you can play through Saronir.
I think there's an argument for taking Saronir, especially if you want to set up your board and you just end on like Detonator. Because what do they have? They have.
I see what you're saying.
Ethel Engrave and the set.
Yeah.
Because you're assuming that the set card is just like an imperm or something. Because if the set card is like a beast, then it is a pop, and then you're in a position of what do I do now?
Right.
But
it's a great argument
for
it.
Nib, and Nib becomes so much worse when there is knowledge of it in everything.
Yeah, once you know it's there, it's almost like the mirror force of hand traps. You're just like, oh, okay. Yes. Can I play around this? Let me just see if I can. If I can't, rip, right? But if I can, great, I will. And guess what? You have a dead Nibiru in hand, and I can rip your other only starter. Oh, nope, it looks like we cannot. We said, you know what? Forget it. I'll just play normally. If I know it's Saronir, that's completely fine.
Yes.
And I wonder if you know it's Saronir, do you try to equip a monster that's not a light or dark, so their Saronir kind of is like busted, right? Like, because the only good target here is a detonator target like Eclipse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can freely duo too. Like I get why he does this, because like you just duo drive with no problems underneath it. I guess unless this back row is imperm, you're feeling really good, right, as the Redyoshe player when duo resolves.
I think the strongest thing here was the knowledge, because knowledge of either of those means you can play around them a lot.
Yeah, you can play it both. You can play it both around, so it's really nice. So now we know Saronir. We just need to figure out that back row. Yeah, Mr. MBT is like, what could that set possibly be? And obviously, I'm also in agreement. I don't know what it could be. That was a very good chance to imperm the duo to stop the cards there. That's a normal summon off ice. We didn't do that yet. Can you believe that?
My bet is on the set card being Beast, as it's just such a... It's something that you never really want to see drawn, but if you do see it drawn, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
But in this situation exactly, I think it's not something you wanted to see.
Yeah. Oh, it resolves. Okay. We get to attach the Eclipse Twins there. I feel like that's kind of the only way. I mean, but they have the cross, and we know the last monster in hand, so it's like there's nothing you could do. So you just detach to negate, and you rip their. I mean, you stop their Saronir. So like now there's really no point to it. Get in there, duo.
Ethel goes to the grave, and now we're sitting...
Ether barrel. Ether.
41 under.
Stand by main. I mean, what could it be? I guess like you can start imperm this turn. You know what it...
Ooh.
Oh, a set pass. You love to see that if you're Joseph, but... hate that for Jelly.
It's very contentious here because you can just literally go to battle phase and try to clean it up here.
Right.
But he is going to go for cross first. Game 6.
Game 6, yeah. So unfortunately, they played already in Swiss.
Yeah.
And so they were their first round matchup. And so they both knew each other's decks kind of going in. But that's just the way it be. And sometimes in Top Cut, you just end up with the players who are near you, near the top parts of Swiss. And Joseph is by the book here. Knows the last card is the Saronir. Yep. Yeah, you let this resolve, and then you negate off the cross. We're going to go Detonator as well to check that back row. Card was activated. God, Detonator so crazy. Anytime you try to interact, Detonator says, I'm in too. Oh! Okay.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That's strike. Okay. We get to protect the Detonator off the strike, then negate the Saronir off the cross. Oh my god.
And with that, nothing ever happens.
Wait, nothing ever any happens. What? And now we have the engraver to check that last back row and figure out what it is. Oh, nope, never mind. We're just going
We're going
sequence.
full fiend.
Forget
We're going
it.
all full on fiendsmith.
Yeah, we're going
okay.
fiend. We're fiending. Sequence to shuffle back. Make that Desiree. Just so strong. Sequence equip. All right.
I gotta say, one thing I do like about Yugioh,
Yeah.
I love that equip sound. That equip sound is so good.
Oh, the equip sounds great. It's like shing. I'm like, yes, you get it.
And we are still going.
We are still going because we need to make detonator just in case. And we have to attach the Eclipse twins again.
Will this 3K connect?
Yes. You know what I thought it might have been? It was like Howl or something.
Yeah.
Oh man. If your opponent would do something, pay half your life points. Nothing ever happens. That's the duel. That's the end of the duel. Mr. Joseph takes it and solidifies the next round. Okay. So this is the last game, I believe it is Aky versus Prinrin. And Prinrin was able to make it into top cut 16 because one of the other top cuts dropped out. So we had to move things out and about. And Prinrin was able to make it in. So we have Aky versus Prinrin.
As we were talking about a little bit earlier, the Adventure Engine might not be as good as Fiendsmith, but it does work for some decks very well. And you're seeing that right here in Crystron.
No, it's a fantastic strat with Crystron specifically, because a lot of Crystrons lock you from the extra deck specifically, right? So you can't summon anything from the extra deck except machine monsters. So Fiendsmith kind of counter. It's a very Nambo with Crystron, at least that's my understanding. But Adventure doesn't need the extra, right? So it's extension for your guys to synchro. There's negates through the Griffin, lets you break boards. It's pretty much I think it's awesome. It's a great way to enable your plays here. 2022 style deck. Well, that's true. But we do have some 2025 cards with Tristalos and Eliskeltis being activated. How do you say this card? Eliskeltis?
Yeah, it's Eliskeltis.
Okay.
Skeletus,
right? Eliskeltis. All right, we're gonna go Tristalos to pop the synchro here.
Do you think they at Konami, their headquarters, they're actively saying these cards out loud when they write them down?
I don't know. It really. There's got to be like an element to that they think that people will get. Like, yeah, of course, it's Eliskelon, and I'm like, oh, it is. I've been saying Skeletus for like ever. Okay. Also, this deck making Infinity, I think, is really like cool and a little funny to me. It's a deck that wants to synchro summon on your opponent's turn, but also it says, you know what's better if we just Xyz on top of these guys and make Infinity. But a pretty formidable board from Prinrin. Tristalos, the Crystron, Griffin, and Token. Sorry, what were you saying? I cut you off.
Taking good advantage of their machine locks while still finding good N-word pieces that might not be seen as much in modern day, but are still very strong.
Yeah.
And a gate is strong no matter when.
Right.
It's just the amount of effort that you need to put in to make it.
Right, exactly. And Crystron has so much value in their machines that it's like, what are we supposed to do with this guy, right? Like, we can't.
Exactly.
Like we have so much. We don't even have the board space to like synchro that many times. So why don't we just make Infinity and continue to synchro and make like Griffin and like these impactful cards? So Aky starting out with Fiendsmith here, great. Fiendsmith feels the way I kind of like played Tenyi with Sword Soul going second. An engine inside a deck that really asks your opponent to contest it. Like, look at this, we're getting Griffin negate on the Requiem. And so that stops this for now. But if we do have like an engraver in hand, we can engrave, grab another spell, then summon it back and like force something else out with Requiem, right? And boom, you haven't even touched your main engine yet. And so your opponent still has to kind of flounder and get more interactions out of you.
But especially going second, it does take up a little bit of your opponent's combo. But in a high roll deck, I'm not going to say high roll. In a deck like Crystron, which just has a board that looks like this at the end, it's going to be much harder to take care of that compared to a lower to the ground deck like Yugioh.
Right. And EXT proving why it's such a good going second card. EXT Send Aggregator, Chainlink 1, X Chainlink 2 Aggregator targeting the Infinity. Not only does it chain block, so even if you negate this, it doesn't matter. It just depends if you want to keep that or not. And so, you know, gotta kind of be like, okay, all right, you've outed my Infinity. So all that's left is the Tristalos and any back row that.
And that big loss of 500 attack points is really going to make a difference.
It's a big loss. There is a question, like, do you negate it to keep the attack? And like, I don't think the answer, I think, is which I agree with Prinrin, is no, right? Like, you don't, no reason to play into anything that we need to, like, but I don't know. I guess.
Admittedly, sometimes there are times that you want the material off of it, but I guess this is just not one of these cases.
Right. Okay, Tristalos does get to activate here, special summoning Crystron Rion. I haven't seen this guy.
They stole his color.
Yeah, they did. He's gray.
He's in Timeless River, dude.
Okay, there's the Quarion Gandrax. It gets to banish the board here, but we get to banish from graveyard too. That's kind of nice. Banishing Requiem, very important for Fiendsmith combos. But I think that Fiendsmith can play specifically Ryziel can continue to play through this. But if we know the back row is like the trap card that allows you to like destroy stuff or etc., then we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Do you like Clockwork Knight? I like him a lot.
I think he's neat.
I think he's neat too. I think like it doesn't. I don't mean this in like any disrespect at all. I think it's a good thing that I feel like Clockwork Knight is a like fair Link one. You know, like
admittedly, yes. Even at least it does make you pay a cost to get your field spell.
Right. And like look at this. Like they don't even need the spell. It's just they just need a guy off the board and maybe like a little knight target. Like it's not even, it doesn't do too much here specifically for Crystron, but it's of course much more powerful in like a deck like Earth Machine. But we did not see any of that here. Bonfire adding one of the Pyros, and we also get to Talents.
Talents, such a strong card as always.
What do you do here? So we could take.
I feel like we just take their big guy.
Take the Quarion Gandrax. Yeah, no, I like it.
Admittedly, it does lose a little bit of life attack points.
Right.
But still, it clears everything on their board.
Yeah. To walk in to the Crystron Eloskeletus.
It used to be so much easier to call Crystrons, because you just say their color.
Right.
And then the incident happened.
That's odd. Why couldn't we... Oh, was this synchro summoned? No, it was special summoned from the graveyard? Is that why we couldn't trigger it, I assume, right? Because when it's synchro summoned, you can special summon for Crystron graveyard for banishment, but because it was there.
Yes.
Okay, so now we don't have to worry about a double pop. We only have to worry about one pop. So this is popping the node here.
Cluster is such a strong interruption.
Yeah, Cluster's so good. Shuffling back your stuff to continue to pop. It gives me, you know what it gives me? It gives me Chuche vibes.
Guy who's only played Virtual World. This is giving me Chuche vibes.
Okay, wise guy. What trap card would you akin this to?
I'll probably Chuche.
All right, Ryziel summoned. What is this?
Whoa, no way. The final bringer of end times.
What?
And that ends the turn. It really did bring the end times.
Final bringer of the end times? I mean, I guess it's not bad in Crystron specifically.
No, in Crystron, it's a very good card.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
It's like, imagine if... It's like when people playing World Legacy, the one World Legacy that banishes in Duel Links. It's kind of like that, but you get like an insane amount of interruption and value off of it. Yeah. Because it is a pop.
Wow. That's nuts.
Admittedly, if I was balancing this card, I'd just get rid of the once per turn on it. It's not that good, but it's like, it is a very strong card in Crystron specifically.
Griffin, back again. Infinity suck.
Gonna get stuck.
Oh my god!
All we need is 100 more damage, and that's lethal. You're gonna pop the cluster.
Yep, pop the cluster.
Just
I mean, if we just want lethal, we've got it right on board. You'd send 2 Crystron cards here. Crystron Sulfador. I don't know why this translation named it Sulfud Hole. That's not even like a real word.
FUD. Executive order. We're calling this FUD now. You ever see this guy? Call him FUD.
President Trump, please sign the executive order to force people to say Crystron FUD.
A Crystron card that Trump does not like, Crystron Inclusion, getting banished there to summon back a Condor.
Yup.
And I'm just gonna swing for lethal here.
Wow.
Such a strong showing from Crystron, especially.
Yeah,
like,
wow. Really,
it is one of those decks that has such a strong going first, especially not very interrupted.
Right.
Which is a lot of decks, don't get me wrong, but I think Crystron has that little bit of special salt, or sulfur, or whatever element you'd like to put in the dish to make it a little
that
bit
special
more tasty.
sulfur. I love it. I love that. Well, that's the game. Shouts out to Aky and Prinrin at signing up. And if you pay for the $25 tier, you get a free buy.
True.
You get all the benefits as well, being a Patreon that is not about the tournament, but you get the benefits of the tournament as well. There's a lot of benefits of being a patron. Patrons, I sucked them off. Okay, so we're going to go Dia Bellstar here. Pitching the Fenrir. It's Datsby's turn going first, but Joseph has resolved Fuelos. Do you like Fuelos?
Personally, I'm not a fan of any card that gets you advantage of your opponent just trying to play the game.
Yeah.
I think you want more layered
too.
interaction than... Because there's no real thought in it. There is thought in the deck building process of it, of like, which ones do I play and how many do I put in. But in the general scheme of it, it's just an activate as soon as possible and move on.
Yeah. Well, there's the normal summon off of Unicorn. I guess it's Fenrir Unicorn Pass? It's not the worst. I mean, I've seen worse boards for sure. And it looks like that's the case. Fuelos ending the turn on a Fenrir and a Unicorn. Can Joseph crack this board? It's not too tough. And honestly, I think you can definitely play through the Unicorn Banish. Starting off Bonfire's a great start, for sure. Grabbing that ice. All right, there's ice. Normal summoned. Special summoning that Ext. I meant Xed. Do they all stand for something? No, right? It's just like fun. Ice. No,
it's I forget what part, but it is referencing to a certain part of it.
Yeah, it's all like a part of like an engine,
car, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a vehicle, right? They're all references to like parts of engines, right? Okay. I'm getting word from our little chatters that that's the case.
They're all combustion engines, right?
Yeah. Okay. Unicorn activated here.
Normal combustion engine.
Look through the extra deck. See if our opponent can, if that's what Datsby's going to banish here. Looks like it's Requiem. That's a good banish. Okay, so now so they let it resolve. We didn't Fenrir, because we could have Fenrir there.
We're going to save the Fenrir for a little bit later.
Right, so we're going to save it. And man, I mean, if Joseph has another EXT in hand, we could technically EXT to send like Aggregator and negate that Fenrir, and because EXT doesn't X doesn't start a chain when it sends, so Aggregator would start and then you just negate Fenrir. But no, Duo Drive probably really good here. Even if it gets banished, you don't really mind, right? I mean, it's fine because you have Cross and the EXT yet again, and you can save your other stuff. Yep, there they are.
I think unfortunately that means the opponent is just going to have to play with interaction here.
Yeah,
because without it, as you said, the mature reactor just comes down and
stops that Fenrir. I guess well now you can Aggregator send and negate that Birth, which is pretty nice. Not that it's not a big deal, right? But you know, it's definitely relevant in a little bit.
Yes, because you you would like to have your monsters graveyard so you do have
Right.
recursion, but we're actually just going to play around it.
Yeah,
We don't have that
you know
much
what? It
in there
doesn't
that
matter.
makes
We're
that
just gonna activate cross. Okay, and you're like
Yep.
like we just said, we're the birth does kind of matter. So they're gonna at least try to banish the EXTs here so that we can't like cross draw. And I think if you're Joseph, you're like, that's fine. I will save my aggregator because I assume what he wants to do is send Eclipse Twins. Yep,
Yes.
and there it is.
Sure. Such a strong card.
Yep, God, Eclipse Twins proving itself time and time again. Every time I see this card, I'm like, yeah, this is like probably the best thing they have printed for Yugioh.
See, I think this card is something that they've probably been sitting on for a while. They're just like, okay, now how do we make a good deck to take advantage of it? And they're like, okay, we'll release it now.
Yeah,
it's such a fun effect that that might have come up in a few other decks, but it wasn't worth the extension you could do to get into it.
Right, exactly. And here showcasing why it's so strong. You feel so safe too with cross on board.
Mm-hmm.
Negating on resolution is such a strong effect. Oh, a classic I've seen all day today. I believe that was Ice Send Paradise, right?
And we're going to go for the Abyss Dweller here. Such a strong card.
Yeah,
Any
Abyss Dweller
matchup
is
is
so powerful in this format. There's
Yeah,
so many
it
decks
is.
that need the graveyard. Fiendsmith, the Azamina stuff, even these cards.
We are just going to go to battle here.
Yeah. We'll walk into the Fenrir. Definitely the most threatening. All right, set a back row pass turn. Well, if you're Dasby, you're kind of happy that your whole board is not completely gone. Now, activating Unicorn here doesn't feel great, right? If you try and activate, you're pretty much guaranteeing your opponent Yugioh trigger, which breaks their board a bit. Not something you want to do. Especially when you still have access to your birth, which could force a Yugioh pop, right, on it when you activate the birth, especially summon back that Fenrir. But let's see how Dasby plays it. Oh, if that back row's imperm in the birth column. No, okay. We are just going to detonator. That makes sense. I absolutely agree with this.
Yep. Does stop you from a lot of recursion and
Also, we do also have the ad break, folks. If you don't see the ads, you can subscribe. Use your Amazon Prime to get lucky enough to get a gifted sub. I'll read ads at the end of the tournament. Okay, that is talent. Yeah, you have to take here. And I assume this forces Joseph to detonator in response.
I think the pick here is always going to be detonator.
Yeah.
3,000 attack, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, so you have to get the detonator, but what Joseph definitely is going to do is pop his own detonator so that all that's taken is Abyss Dweller, which is not something you're really that worried about. And then detonator.
Play to change the world, his final message.
Oh, never mind. We're going to pop
oh.
the Abyss Dweller here.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. We're going to take the detonator.
Is it happening?
It could be happening. Maybe you're okay with this. Okay, Fenrir Unicorn can activate. It's pretty safely here. I don't know if it was a misclick. I don't believe it is.
No, I don't think it was a misclick.
I don't think so. I think he legitimately think it's completely fine. But we'll find out. See how this turn plays out. It's 30, 25, 25. That is 8,000. Do we have a response? I mean, if we can blank the battle phase, you're in a great position because that talent's you got to like link away the detonator, but then that feels really bad because you have Eclipse Twins underneath it, so it doesn't even feel good to do that. There's a Crystron card. Can you believe it? This was Crystron the whole time. We saw none of it.
Shocker.
Yeah, there's the battle phase. I'm dumb as fuck. Okay, well.
Okay, so he was.
Okay,
He was
well.
just, anyone tried Mitsurugi? Yes, they all dropped out.
Oh, really? Dang.
Yeah. The deck, with the strong second wave support, might do something.
That's true. Mitsurugi grab sword. X.
Yeah, such a strong.
Redyoshe grab sword. We got to send the Eclipse Twins here. Joseph going first. Grabbing ice. Well, this is nice, right? Because you can commit to duo here with ice in hand. And so if they stop this duo drive, you're fine with it, honestly. Yep, there's the Imperm.
Great spot to Imperm.
I mean, he's a magnet. Duo drive is the Imperm magnet, Ash magnet. Here's the ice. Let's see.
Is there the second?
Yeah, let's see if we get a second. That's you called it. Second Imperm.
But do we have the second Redyoshe one?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
There's the node in hand. There's the detonator. Detonator, equip that, attach that Eclipse Twins. Okay, 2 hand traps from your opponent, 2 sets and a detonator. I mean, not the worst. Nothing ever happens to duo drive. Okay, well, that sure is that. Wow, Dasvi's deck, Imperm, Ultimate Slayer, sending Dracosack.
Dracosack's a crazy send.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit this play button.
Yep, that is the slay button for sure. This does answer. Oh, we saw the
my
judgment
God,
before.
wow.
The answer to Ultimate Slayer. Oh wow,
Trilos.
Is Tristalos enough? That is Typhon.
And they hit the surrender button.
That is a Typhon. We can at least Typhon, but and then you have to trade with the duo drive. Oh my god. Imperm huge here. Huge stuff.
Typhon stays the most losing
Fraudulent.
winning card ever.
Oh,
There is not a man on higher fraud watch than Super Star Speller Typhon Sky Crisis.
Oh, it sucks because sometimes you really can play through some incredible boards with Typhon, but sometimes it just reads, I guess this is the last thing I can do, right? And might as well trade with the duo drive. But does that even do anything? You can protect with Detonator. So it just outs your own Typhon.
Unfortunately, it is
Yeah.
it is the surrender button in that case.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to take us to game 3, and this is going to be a great game 3.
Yep.
Both are seeing their side deck options, and anything could happen this game.
Yeah. Okay. I assume Dasvi's going first here. Special something that Fenrir. We did see Fenrir. So this is supposed to be a cast here, Crystron, but I'm failing to see the Crystron part of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
We've only
Dasvi
seen
is
about
too.
one Crystron card, just being the...
We did see the... Every time we see Tristalos, it's just never been used.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's the Diabellstar sending the Fenrir. I'm wondering what the engine here is for Diabell for Crystron. I guess they're nice targets to synchro through. But let's see what we set here. Maybe a Wanted. No, it is Sinful Spoils. Wow. I gotta look at this deck list. Am I insane?
Yeah, so this is going to tribute off the Diabellstar to add an Azumina card, but we actually already have it.
We already have it. Okay, well.
This does put a little wrench in their plans because
Right.
they want to summon the Unicorn as well.
Right. Because now we can't summon it, but at least, at the very least, we're still playing. Still playing here. No response from Joseph just yet. Definitely would have seen a Fuelos at this point if we had it. Sylvia, pretty good. It's a negate. We have not committed to our normal. That's our normal summon. It's the
FUD.
tribute for FUD. Solfador, Crystron Solfador, aka FUD. And I guess we are hand trap proof-ish on Sylvia, unless we have 2 from Joseph, but I don't see any. What an interesting deck. Azamina, Crystron, Kashtira. I guess just engines, right? Just like a lot of engines, a lot of good stuff.
MVT's favorite card. Getting added to hand. Sylfafnir and Crystron Smiger.
Yep. Destroyed. The Sylfafnir destroyed. Special summoning that Tristalos.
Finally gonna get to do something this time.
Yeah, now we're seeing these Crystrons back in action. Activating Inclusion. Inclusion's so good. A good card.
Such a strong card. Yep.
Rhoda, special summons. All the Crystrons have like methods to pop. It gets you the trap card. Very, very hard board to out. And with this Sylvia package,
Yeah, you have a little bit of insulation.
yeah.
Skeleton's coming down. We're gonna back the goat.
Yeah, Poetic Justice for Smiger. Popping that Synchro. And special summoning 2 Crystron monsters from deck. Locking us to machines. I wonder if there's any, like, I don't know, synergies with, like, the Crystrons and, like, any of the other cards, because this feels very much... These engines just work side by side with Crystron rather than together.
Getting Citrian FUD off that.
Yeah, I guess, sevens can make the machine.
Yes.
Sulfador, Scytri, and Tristalos here. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Azamina does put the Crystron's in the graveyard, and as you saw earlier, he was originally going to use it for to extend even more into Kashtira, but unfortunately he drew the Azamina card.
Right. No, that's true. So the Azaminas puts the Crystrons in the graveyard, right? Kashtiras makes the 7s, which are the Draco stacks. Got it. Yep. I'm seeing the plays now. We're gonna do. There's those 2 5s yet again, making the Nova and Infinity. 2 negates here, and a Tristalos to special summon some Crystrons.
Alongside the trap card and...
Oh, man. And then we have Inclusion to banish. Yeah, you're getting YouTube comboed. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can synchro into Guy Quandrax. God, the name is so crazy. All right, let's see if Joseph drew any of his going second pieces. I mean, normal ice is a good start. But if you're Dasby, you're pretty happy about it, considering you have a multitude of ways to deal with ice. Dasby thinking about what they want to do here. Okay, simply Infinity.
Yep. Renegade is always strong.
Yeah, we're going to do
And
Sight
we're going
Tree.
for the quick sneak right here. So, reborning the FUD.
Let's not count him out just yet. Don't know that hand. Could be something very good here. I mean, we saw an Ultimate Slayer from Dasby, right?
Ooh.
Could see maybe...
Dawn Daxter is so strong.
Yeah, Dawn Dragster, crazy here. Magnemite. Not a bad start. You can at least maybe try and walk over the Dawn Dragster.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. It's not enough, but at least we can definitely walk over the Sylvia. God, the attack buff, or the DAC debuff from Eliskelth is actually pretty good. But we're just going to cluster, destroying the Eliskelthus. There's Engraver. He does resolve.
Not much
Rev
to
track.
say about this team because it's so on the draw that it's hard to really say where it's going because
Right.
there are so many little things that could happen during this game. that could just be the end of it. Like
Yeah.
that right there. That could be the end of it.
Yep.
But it's the end of it, actually.
Exactly as you called it.
Such a strong game from Crystron there.
Oh, wow. And Mr. Joseph is knocked out. Everyone 07 for Mr. MBT made it very far, and he does get the field center, so he made it. That's all he came here.
But we're not giving him his prizing.
Okay, well, c'est la vie. Let's check out where Jaxel's at. I'll change the text here as well. Tristan Lan versus Jaxel.
Jaxel, of course, also on Rise Heal.
Yeah, we haven't been able to see Jaxel's deck much.
New. We haven't seen Chimera much this.
Yeah, the only person I've been able to see some Chimera from is Mad. We'll see if Mad makes it out of.
However, there was
game.
a lot of Chimera in the lower stage of the tournament.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm coming in through a game where Jaxel seems to have a pretty dominating position here. But there is some Fiendsmith engravers and stuff in Graveyard with Chimera. Chaos Angel on board. Plan B. Yeah, Chaos Angel on board with Engraver and probably Lacrima. We are going to do Lacrima. Jaxel's going to do Lacrima here on Tristan's turn. Tristan's going to summon back that Engraver. Jaxel making sure that he can activate the Requiem. Again, making sure that that card is in rotation so that we can send any special summon guy. Oh, Jaxel got D-barriered. I see. We missed that earlier in the game. Coming in a little late. Well, Engraver, I guess, maybe forces the sequence? Nope. Going battle.
We are just going to beat over the Lacrima here, which is very funny. But however,
nope.
It is a dark monster.
Chaos Angel showcasing
happen.
how nothing can happen in this game. Okay. Oh, man. Looking pretty great for Jaxel. We are not.
Admittedly, that was unknown information to both of us in the call.
Right,
I guess we
right.
just popped in. But it is very funny to see it happen.
Sorry, bud. Yeah, we can't Requiem because Requiem or we can't Engraver effect to target a Fiendsmith and target a monster on the field, send it to the graveyard because the only one we could send is maybe Lacrima, but then that's it, right? Looks like Jaxel's just going node, grabbing sword. And Desiree's untargetable. And you can't target the sequence because it's only monsters only.
And there's the X.
Detonator. Detonator gets 5 booms. Boom.
Yep.
Boom.
It's gonna reattach the Materiac. Is that Materiac or Twins? I couldn't see.
Aggregator. Okay. Yeah.
Aggregator. Jackson.
Oh, I see a Nyalis engrave. Was Nyalis activated this turn?
Is actually Meowls' strongest soldier.
Yeah. Meowls is oh god, no wonder I kept calling it Nyalis.
Meowls is a card.
I was like, okay, Meowls makes way more sense. Again, I'm getting Edo Prod. Tristan, giving up there makes sense. That's the end of the game, and that is the duel ended. Jaxel moving on.
Let's go.
Let's frickin' go.
It's gonna be very scary to see him getting top cut because if he wins, his wishes of being Luke Von Karma might be granted.
Yeah. Scary stuff. Okay, wow. Mad with a Griffin co-linked with an Abao.
It's actually Abba.
Mad trying his best here. We love Griffin, folks. We love floodgates here. Special summon monsters in the field cannot activate their effects unless they are linked. The Requiem providing a link zone. Actually kind of nice for Mad. We get to go Mirror Swordsman here. Looking at the board, of course, a lot has already happened, but we can't opt out to pop, right? I don't, unless it already happened. And it looks like we have a known GWC set from Threems. Oh, Mad. I feel like Mad's...
I can't read that out loud. That's so funny.
I know. I think about it all the time for Griffin.
Griffin is the most crazy card that no one ever plays, but whenever it comes up, it's the most like, annoying thing.
Oh no!
You read it again, you go, ew! But then it's so
ew.
funny because in this format, it's so hit or miss. Because as you're seeing
right
now,
exactly.
Link 1 pointing down makes it so that, oh yeah, I can just activate it in this zone.
Right, I can just do everything right here. So you're like, is it a floodgate? Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
but Matt's playing through it. Okay, so Requiem summoned here, or Requiem effect activated, so now we don't have that link zone anymore. So I wonder, maybe like stuff like Chimera Fusion can like get you kind of out of these pickles, and then you walk over like the Griffin, right? As long as you can like summon a big guy. It's Goblin Malice. Oh, it's a little more than Goblin Malice. This is Goblin Fiendsmith Malice with Cherubini. It's very good. Okay, and by very good I mean I like it a lot. Do I think it's the best deck ever? No, but Threems is very good. There's the white binder.
Such a strong board in comparison to just two monsters. Like, yeah, you're going to be seeing a very uphill battle here from Chimera.
Yeah. Matt does have two cards in hand. I believe Threems is thinking about what to banish off of Whitebinder here. This Chimera Fusion goes crazy! It's a vanilla!
Admittedly, a 3300 vanilla isn't bad here right now.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Because it does get over all of this stuff. However, like, if they see the field spell, if they see a little bit of damage up, or access code.
We're triggering White Rabbit. White Rabbit gets us another trap card, which is MTP7, which is interaction because we have Malice to banish off it being immediately set. So can we even get to the battle phase profitably?
Ooh.
The sequence is not co-linked. Or I guess it's not linked. So what do we do here? I guess we can Okay, our opponent's just gonna say, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna banish it. We're gonna grab the Dormouse, banishing that White Rabbit, and banishing the sequence after. Does Mad have any plays here? I don't know what could get us out of here. Oh, it was Diabell the whole time.
That is a strong one. However,
is that enough? I mean, we can go battle, walk over the Griffin.
You are seeing a very funny card.
Wait, is Abao online again? Because we drew the card? Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Oh. Mad. So close, yet so far away. We still have the Sinister Necrom. We can banish. Special summoning that Adusted Gold. We get to equip Requiem.
That's so funny. 2700, and we go to battle.
But we can't attack. We don't have a fusion.
Oh wait, right.
I love it.
Man, if only I had Skyscraper number 2, dude.
Draw! Oh my God! Look how many cards drawn off of Abao Aku. So funny to draw like 7 million and be like, which one card do I want? Such a strange card, but hey, it reads Excavate like 7, so why not?
Yeah.
Close game says Mad. 3M says GG.
At least the Dusted Gold goes out with his aura intact.
Yeah, he is aura farming, right? Like this is a hype moment for a Dusted Gold.
The greatest moment of his life proceeds to get beaten to death 3 seconds after.
Yeah. 100% aura. 0% writing.
Oh, it's the solo leveling.
There we go. 25, 28, 23. Homie draw? Potential man.
Unfortunately, this is a dog-eat-dog world. My dog being Nightmare Griffin in the Luke Von Karma tournament.
Yes,
so I don't
exactly.
think we're going to be getting a homie draw this game.
All right. Well, we do have the Lacrima, so we're trying. There it is.
We get to save ourselves from 600 damage.
That Requiem. God. But here, Griffin is really strong, right? It's very much a floodgate.
Yes.
No way out of that one. Mad. Thank you so much for playing. Oh,
we're gone.
The Goblin Grand breakout, but it can't attack this turn. So what do we do?
What are we doing here?
Whoops, wrong zone.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's the Gone Wild. Oh, we were going to. We should have summoned it in the Griffin zone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We'll reset the GWC and pass turn.
My Nightmare Griffin's getting kind of old. I guess I will give you that homie draw anyway.
Yeah. Oh, Griffin gone.
Oh.
Okay. We said
Hard
I'm
Crypter.
done. I'm just gonna make Crypter, so I have a banish. Yeah. No, I like it.
Against one card. Just one piece of interaction.
Crypter.
Amazing.
Oh, and Mad concedes. Well played from Mad and Threems. I think that is the last round for top 8. Jaxel, it looks like Threems is starting off the game with your normal Malice combos. Looks like we started playing regular Malice. Special summoning back that Dormouse. Yes, and the top 8 deck lists will be posted. I'm going to try and post those on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro org? Is it Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro org or is it Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro deck? I think. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! will have the top cut lists. I have those at the ready. So, do you think we'll see any goblins this round? Well,
Any goblins?
yeah.
I think we'll see quite a few goblins, if you know what I'm saying. And I mean, we're going to see a goblin summon from hand when we get the turn passed over.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Fraudscaper. Love this little retro blast, man. You know, the more I look at him, the more I think he looks like a Disgaea stage. Just like 70 blocks to like walk over and jump in. Or maybe like
I actually
Hubert.
solved this in Picked Across 3D the other week.
Yeah. He's a cute little guy, and he enrages many when you draw him. So, wow. Okay. Threems showing the side of the deck that we, kind of just expected to see all weekend, and which we definitely did. Lots of Malice. Activate Malice, Underground, Malice and Underground, and special summon back that Chessy Cat banished off of the field spell. Looks like Jaxel had an Ash Blossom here as well. That's pretty good. That is a pretty good Nibiru. Okay. Let's see if Threems can play through it. Threems does have a lot of engine, a lot of stuff. But not this time. It doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. Setting a card. Usually the indicator for a pass turn. Okay, 2 cards in hand. We could have some hand traps. But is that enough to stop? Oh! Yetelly into Ghost Ogre. Okay, so
Yo.
guess if you're Jaxel,
Ghost Ogre are the only hand trap that can be activated on field.
It is cool. That's why I kind of love Ghost Ogre. One of my more favorite niche hand traps. Being able to special summon it off the emergency teleport for a quick effect destruction. Like, I guess right here we could technically pop the ice because it activated, but Obviously, you don't really want to do that. You want a more profitable Ghost Ogre, maybe on like Duo Drive. But, you know, if Jaxel really wants to be safe, he could. The option is on board. The Nibiru could just walk over the Ghost Ogre. But he says, no, I'll play. It's fine. I can play through this Ghost Ogre if I want to. And it resolves. There it is. Special summon the sword. Okay. Man, you're feeling great if you're Jaxel, right? Like, an ogre and no responses to your ice or sword.
Yeah, it's just...
Oh, and the
Wow.
because we haven't committed yet. Two monsters with
crazy.
two effect monsters with the Nibiru. Oh my god, we can go Lacrima, and it's a 4. So we can use it as material even if this gets interrupted. Okay, but what if we pop this? No, I feel like there's no good Ghost Ogre here.
Yeah, there's not a great Ghost Ogre, and you're not going to really see one. So the point that it should be at is probably a little bit later, either on a Fiendsmith target or a Duo Drive, to prevent them from going into something full. The issue with the Fiendsmith part is that they've already gotten so far, like they're going for Necro Equip, that it's going to be hard to find that spot for Fiendsmith. And unfortunately that makes Ghost Ogre not as good, to the point where you're going to have to just activate it at some point.
Yeah. Looks like we're drawing off Necro Equip Princess. Pretty good. Okay, but what if we pop it? Everything's always, okay, but what if I destroy this card with Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit? Oh, we're doing it!
That's insanely funny.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it does not negate, so they still get the draw.
Yep, shuffling back that moon. Oh my god, and we can go Engraver too before even committing anything. Isn't this crazy? Like we can just play like this. Oh, the Nibiru's so good. Stop the whole turn. Okay, so now we don't have a 4 though. Yes!
That's
Chaos,
a strong Chaos
Angel
here.
Well, Jaxel, are your Lancer cookies done? Yeah, 5 cards in here. 5 cards in here.
And we have X, so...
Yeah, of course, we have the X. I think we knew this one. Eclipse. Oh, send the ice. Okay, but what if Threems has Nibiru?
True.
Okay, we're going to attach here. Off Duo, I assume. Yeah. We'll Duo Drive. And Threems surrenders. Oh, Fualos. Fualos, a great draw from Jaxel. It does resolve against the Gone Wild to guarantee the draw. Let's see what Threems does under the pseudo budget maxi. People telling me this card is not that good, and I'm sorry. Every time I've seen this card resolve, it's quite good. Haven't seen a board where I'm like, oh man, Fualos wasn't good there.
Yeah, we are veiling the Doug here, which does make this very strange. However, this can still be taken in a lot of ways if they want to commit to it. The issue is
there it is.
Wow.
I mean, we're under Fulos. What can you do? I think that's
Exactly.
3M's one weakness on this deck, is that it might not have a great Fulos plan. It needs the extra deck. Well, this feels okay. Am I crazy? Normal summon ice feels just as like frustrating as seeing normal Pydra.
Yes.
Right? Am I crazy? Like, I feel like.
I mean, that's just good thing, bad.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. All right, we're summoning
yes,
the EXT
it does
here.
feel very strong.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, EXT here. Grabbing sword if it resolves. It does resolve. What could those back row be? You think it's like a Goblin Biker spell, quick play spell, maybe? And like we didn't want to activate it because it was like we're under Fulos.
We are going for Fiendsmith here, which is very interesting.
I mean, we have to. It's great, right? Like you don't have to commit to any Fiendsmith or Redyoshe plays when you can just start with Fiendsmith. Start, summon Engraver, go Lacrima. Like he's made Chaos Angel more times than I've ever seen anyone make Chaos Angel this like entire tournament.
And it's been very strong in this deck specifically.
Yeah.
Because you do somehow find, you sometimes find the attributes. And oftentimes you do see a lot of Dark Mage Chaos Angel. In Jack's deck, you're seeing the light part of Chaos Angel a lot.
Okay, yeah, 3Ms has to Imperm here. We definitely knew some kind of back row like Imperm was available. No access to Engraver. If Jaxel pitches Engraver, I'll freak out. Nope. Okay, that's cross. Now pretty good. Insulated from monster effects. We're going to go sword, special summon, activate the effect here. Oh!
D-Barrier.
D-Barrier.
Wow.
We haven't seen any D-Barriers yet. Okay, well, I mean, if you're Jaxel, you're definitely frustrated about that one, but
we have seen Jaxel play through D-Barrier and win a game previously.
Yeah.
So there is definitely a way you can still pull this through in this turn.
Paradise Sent from Ice, a classic. So, yeah, I agree with this. I think we just cross draw, and I guess we have Paradise to send.
Hoping to draw the Fiendsmith.
Yeah, Engraver would be very strong here if we could find him. Now we're gonna go battle.
But we are just gonna go to battle.
At least we can walk over the Doug Charger. That does matter. Having two mats on board is pretty scary, especially when one of them is a 3-star, right? Like we know the Cherubini's in deck. We know other cards. I think 3Ms is on like Terror Top as well. Or let me check the deck list just to make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah,
but yes,
yeah.
Now
no, we know Terror Top
as
like extra 3s from 3Ms. No, normal summon Lurie. Okay.
Oh, work of art, normal summon Lurie.
Okay. I mean, Jaxel does have 3 cards in hand, so we are definitely scared of could be some hand traps, but no, nothing activated on Requiem. Okay, there's the Lacrima. We can Paradise here if we want to. No, we're gonna save it. Okay, there's the Greensmith.
Will we see Meow's strongest soldier activate the card again?
Yeah, there was a lot of patience from that D-Barrier too. We did not just go, oh, okay, activate, right? You know, like very smart to just wait and say, okay, let me wait until they get locked somehow. Because I guess, you know, you have to kind of think in that way so that you get kind of value out of your D-Barrier and you make sure your opponent can't like do plays. And so that's the play. We have to just kind of sit on these Ryziels and hope our opponent can't out our board. I mean, it's a tight game on like just dudes on board. I wonder if yeah, there really was no way to sequence this for Jaxel. But I wonder if 3Ms has a plan here. It's going to be tough. You know, it is really crazy that Paradise is so much better as the interrupt to send like Desiree, right? Like that's just what it does. It does, like we've seen it activated, of course, in rare scenarios. I think YCSs, etc., where like sometimes you're just kind of sitting on it and it's terrible, but once in a while you can activate it. But most of the time you're like, no, I just want this in graveyard. Okay. There's the
We're
Necro
gonna see
Equip.
our Necro Equip,
Yeah.
Threems's, and then
Wait, that's 2 6s.
yep, it is 2 6s. So you can make a Goblin, big Goblin if you want.
Oh,
you can,
yeah.
or you can do anything you want.
Right. If 3Ms is on Caesar,
Yep.
that could be it too. And I think he is. I think 3Ms is on
Yes,
Caesar.
he is on Caesar.
Yeah. So we could make Caesar. I mean, Caesar's okay, but you hate to have Caesar with like 2 guys on board because Caesar can't negate the inherent summons. Just
Yes.
summons like off of cards and effects, and so like
Which is unfortunate against cards like X.
So-
and then if X goes, then you just lose to it because you lose your Caesar activation because it just sends speed your logic.
right.
That's 3 6s.
That's 3 6s. Okay, we do have the Engraver here. Engraver at least does. I know I was like, okay, we definitely have Engraver still, so we can still do interactions. And can like equip, but Jaxel could respond here with Fiendsmith in Paradise. It is a nice Fiendsmith in Paradise. And also, if we do summon something like High Wave King Caesar, it's a really easy target for Paradise, right?
Ooh. We are just going in for battle to just clear the board. Not a bad idea, because then you don't have to waste your
Yeah.
other cards on it, but I guess we're just not seeing game in this turn.
Yeah.
Instead, we're
Yep.
going to set up the board to make sure they can't get to game.
I guess you are happy here, Jaxel, that you're not dead, because cross on board is really nice. And now, I mean, now the Requiem doesn't have really too much to do to equip. I mean, we can't really do much else with it, so it's just going to stay there. But I wonder, what do you do if you're 3Ms here? Yeah, I guess, like we talked about, I guess Wave High King Caesar? Crazy Beast, yeah. No, there's
Crazy
no way.
Beast would be very funny.
We
but
had space for Crazy Beast.
Yeah.
No, we can confirm that's not the case. I guess I'm taking a look at the deck list right now, and honestly, I don't see anything we can really do with these guys. I mean, Little Knight. Yeah, okay. I say the word. I mean, Little Knight's good. It does banish the cross, so... Or a guy in Graveyard, so if they want to, they could banish something. No, I think cross is the right answer here. Okay, yeah. I like this. Gonna do the Paradise. That way, that forces the Little Knight to bounce and tag out. So they can't use the material anymore. Because definitely this would be 3 monsters, but I don't even think we have like a link to go into. Yeah. Nibiru!
Oh my god. Wow.
Okay.
We see the biggest Nibiru of all time here.
Wow.
4K, 0.
Yeah, and like it, you know, if you're 3Ms, you're like, well, I couldn't like summon Caesar because that's the most paradised guy in history, right?
Mhm.
So Little Knight contests at least the field spell and gives you something to interact with, and it can dodge Desiree, but no, there's no answering the Nibiru again
no
from
answer to
Jaxel.
Nibiru.
Well. Yep. What's goody? Oh! We knew, yeah, that is a ghost bell. That is definitely Bell. Well, what now? All right, Jaxel draws. Okay. Lacrima again. I'm so glad there's no way to shuffle back the trap card, because it would be quite crazy. Okay, there's Tract.
Yeah, it might just be over.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we have the Paradise Send from Threems, right? Like, that's what we're setting up here. For sure. Yep, there's the Lacrima. Lacrima.
We do have the result from the other table. It is a win for Dasvi.
Okay, Dasvi makes it. Crystron in finals. Very excited. And it's either against 3Ms here or Fiendsmith Ryziel against the Curry Bandits. Jaxel.
A very tense game. You can see both
It was pretty tense.
players are thinking through their moves to the best of their ability.
Yep.
There's so much you need to manage at a game state like this. And they're on razor's edge for both of them.
Yep. 3M says it's fine. You can summon from deck with Requiem. Just having Engraver in rotation, right? I don't think there's an Engraver in graveyard yet, so he's back and bigger than ever, like Firewall. Gonna go Requiem equip.
He's in the house like carpet.
Okay, sending the token.
Yep, that's great.
I mean, what now? I guess you can make sequence. Okay, that's.
Yep.
I mean, you gotta Paradise this, right? Yeah, you have to. I mean, no, yeah. Desiree targets. I guess you don't have to, but it's pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Gonna do it. Go Desiree. Desiree effect. Sending that sequence. Shuffling back our Requiem. Well, Jaxel. Ah! Ash Blossom? No. Okay. Normal ice. Ash Blossom? And there is EXT. Grab sword. I feel like 3Ms could feel that it was like, yeah, of course. I mean, the card in hands have to be like Bonfire. He is forcing out my one, like, last one that would maybe disrupt the board. But I have to do it. I can't let Desiree resolve. Or sequence, that is. Summon a Desiree.
Yes. And with Ryziel's, that's just a hop, skip, and jump to game, but all can be dependent on the last card in Threems' hand, which could be anything.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could
Another
even be Nibiru. We've seen that. It'd be pretty good here.
The Smith is back on board. Are we going to see Jaxel's signature monster?
Yeah!
We are.
Chaos Angel!
This is such a good card, especially to play around Nibiru, because you are getting the light benefit of it being unaffected by monster effects. So even if everything's tributed, you still have a 3,500 beater that cannot be removed from your board very easily.
Mm-hmm.
There's Duo Drive. Anytime
Drive.
for an opportunity right now.
Oh, I think this is probably going to resolve. What's that last card in 3M's hand? 3M's very good player. Has showcased why this deck is cool, is very powerful, and to not count out the goblins, like in an engine like this, it's awesome. I wish we saw more of them here. I guess we kind of did. And then we got Nibiru'd. Was this the same Fualos game? It was.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh Lord.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, Node pitching the tract in hand. They're going to special summon back that sword. Rise, yeah, we can make detonator. Attach. I don't know why I always say equip. There he is. I mean, and that's mega lethal. Our cross is banished. I forgot about that off the Little Knight, so it's just monsters on board. But oh, it was Boomok.
That's so funny. The greatest hand trap to ever do it.
Topless. Oh my gosh. Could we have chained that to duo drive? Okay, I guess it just doesn't matter at that point. Oh, GG's. Jaxel making it to finals.
Good job, both players. Such a cool deck.
GG's. Man. It's gonna be sad to see them go.
You ready to almost just leap in the top cut?
The two players are ready. They're going to match up and start their round. They're going to play when they're ready. Let's jump in. I'll change the top there in just a second.
Starting off strong with the Redyoshe.
Yeah, Redyoshe, a great start.
Grabbing Fenrir.
Dasby.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yep.
We might actually see full Crystron combo this one, depending on the fans.
Yeah. I feel like we've seen this way more than we have Crystron.
Yeah, exactly. Such a strong monster that just not a lot of people are playing anymore, because there's just unfortunately better things. Like, Fenrir used to be your summon, and then now it's just, yeah, I can just summon the Fiendsmith.
Yeah, no, it's true. Okay, Ash Blossom here. Pretty good.
Great Ash.
On Deception, that's for sure. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay, I feel like you're drawing here, right? Oh my god.
Wow.
Nibiru.
We must have a... Oh my... Okay, this is gonna go crazy.
Okay, the engine in this hand is nuts.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we definitely have to put the Nibiru
Talk about
back.
engine, and prize will be right there.
Oh, that Nibiru is so important. And Dasby says, I can play through it. I have no problem. I lose to Nibiru, so as long as there's no Nibiru on board or in hand. There's Sulfador. Man, Crystron might win this thing. Who knows?
Yeah. Be very interesting to see how far it can go.
Yeah.
Because now we have the board unimpeded. We are missing a little bit of the Yasmina stuff and a little.
Yeah.
But we are still going to see an end board of Fenrir and a few other monsters. So.
Yep. No, absolutely.
Let's see what the Crystron part can set up.
I mean, it's crazy, right? It feels like you're getting YouTube comboed, right? Like.
Yes. But the thing is about this versus most YouTube combos is that this one sets up a board that's pretty versatile, even if it does take a while to get there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's kind of the nature of older synchro decks, is that they do spin their wheels for a bit, even if their payoffs are a little hard to get to.
There it is. The new card, Tristalos, coming out. And synchro into the skeleton. Elasceletus. There's that trap card you were talking about before. Very insane. Almost like Chuche.
I'm always saying that.
Okay, we're gonna go with Tristalos to pop the synchro. This seems pretty I'll say maybe the word standard for Crystron. Definitely it is get Tristalos out, get this synchro out, pop it, and continue playing from there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is very strong. We've heard from other players who were in Top Cut being like, I don't like fighting this deck. It's hard.
The most
it's
consistent
really good.
ones off this being Citri and Fud. Citri and Fud are just super solid, especially.
Love calling him Fud.
That's his name. I don't know what else you'd call him. And especially getting two of them means you get to go into the actual classic
Cyber Dragon Nova. Into then Infinity.
Cyber Dragon Infinity.
Yep. No, this might sound childish, but I want to play this deck just because it makes Infinity. And God, do I love Cyber Dragon Infinity.
Can't you just play Imperm?
That's true. You're right. Listen, I'm playing Imperm too. Okay. Not the worst board. We've seen much more horrifying boards, but this is still pretty good, right? We got Infinity Fenrir. Ooh.
Ulos immediately is very strong.
Yeah, that's really
if they
strong.
Don't want to give Jackson more cards, that means they need to go for some of their Cristrons right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they're going to synchro with Sitri, right? They're going to probably make that Dawn Dragster that we've seen.
Mm-hmm. Dawn Dragster is such a great card, especially knowing all 3 cards remaining in their hand.
Yep. The Bonfire and the 2 Rise Yells.
The X and the Sword.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's
getting another FUD. That's the 3rd and final one.
Another FUD. Synchroing here into Skeletus.
Skeletus is great too because you're going to get your one Crystron back from Banishment of Graveyard, which can be very good.
Right, and of course we still have the trap card to pop, and you're feeling really good if you're Dasvi. You know exactly what's happening. Yep, you're expecting the EXT1 Aggregator 2. We've seen this before with the Joseph match, right?
Yep. Will they retain the attack points? They do not.
Nope. They're going to let it through. And I wonder if you Fenrir here.
There is an argument to do it, but now that they have 2 other Rysels in hand, the choice becomes a lot harder.
Yeah.
Because they essentially do have 3 in hand. There's no great way to... You're going to have to use the Dawn Dragster for the 1.
Right.
Unless they... But you're going to want to save the Dawn Dragster as well for the field spell.
Right, and maybe...
So it is a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, and maybe you say, like, that's fine. I don't need to Fenrir. I have my Crystal Trap card. I know they have to commit to 2 4s, right? And even if they add more, you're getting the value out of the Crystron Trap card to do it. No, we're gonna do it. Okay. Yeah, I think it's still completely fine. Great banish, honestly. And now you gotta extend even further. There's the node. Let's see if Dasvi does anything here. I think you're fine, right? Yeah, you wait until they summon Sword.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to wait to see what comes next. You can cut them off from a lot of things from this position.
Right.
The Crystron end board is just such a strong position, even with a card negated, even with having to play under Fool's.
Yep. And this is the issue. That Talents Rip not only was, of course, detrimental for the Nibiru, but just knowing exactly what your opponent's going to do. And, of course, Jaxel having to force the Foolos in draw means that the rest. That was the one card you might not know. I mean, normal ice, pretty good, but can we do anything about it? Is that enough? Special
They are
summon.
letting that resolve.
Okay. We're out, right? I mean, we're out of stuff, I think, from the Crystron board.
Did they use Fenrir?
Yeah, we banished the EXT. Okay.
Oh, right.
There's Detonator. Right, so we know the Dawn Dragster left, which is irrelevant because we know the Bonfire's the last card, so there's no reason to activate it. We can walk into the Infinity here. Get it off board so that it can't suck up the Detonator. But, this is, we can't... I don't know if just one Detonator's enough,
Yeah. A Detonator and a Dream.
Detonator and a Dream.
We're just... Again, as we said, even the Crystron end board is going to be so hard to get rid of anyway, because unless they clear their entire back row,
right?
They're going to have a lot of options.
Yep.
We are getting the pop to stop the Yasmina line.
Yeah. We can pop the Deception. Honestly, there's also an argument to popping it. That's exactly what I was thinking. Popping the Fenrir here, and you have Aggregator to stop a card on board. But they can just special summon it back with Birth. Oh, you have to negate the Birth then, I guess?
Yep.
Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay. I mean, it's pretty good, but they have the Azamina spell, so...
They still do have the Crystron they added back, which does have an effect in hand. So we're probably going to see that coming up very soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was like going through what Jaxel could have done here, but oh man, the Crystron's having such powerful effects in graveyard as well. Just a fantastic strategy. Yeah, might as well Detonator for sure. Start picking apart this board. That's the one fear that you got to worry about with Detonator. He starts clearing boards like this. You don't have to worry about the Dawn Dragster. But you can't pop the Skeletus, right? Because then it triggers. Actually, I don't remember if this one was Synchro Summoned. I think it was Synchro Summoned. I'm pretty sure it was. Okay, there's the cluster. We can protect with Detonator if we want to. Okay, we
are just going to pop here.
Yeah, we're just gonna pop cluster. Chaining the Tristalos here. There's the Smiger. And we're gonna Synchro Summon. Into Legatia.
Wow.
Wow.
I entirely forgot this was in the list. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Legatia also means that it can't be destroyed by battle.
The flexibility.
So you're going to have a lot of options here. We get the Azamina spell, which luck into it. And that gets us into...
Murcielago.
Isn't that the place where Trump lives?
Yes.
Okay.
Mar-a-Lago on Fraud Watch. All right, adding another Crystron spell. We get to activate it, add a Crystron. Sulfnir, pitching it again. Oh, my lord. I think we already activated the graveyard effect. Popping the Birth.
We're not going to need Birth at the end of this turn.
Yeah, I don't think we are either. Linking off into Little Knight.
Little Knight.
Okay.
Huh.
Are we going to banish, which means we won't be able to attack directly? No, we just
will
need it in
not.
graveyard. To grab back the spell.
Grab back.
Okay. Hallowed
Wow.
Azamina 1. On Wanted on Chainlink 2.
That's
Grab
nice
the Bellstar. Reveal the Azamina. Send the Sinful
Fusion
Spoils
summon.
from hand or field. Love that. So we get the value out of it and send it to the graveyard. Anyway, all right, there's the DBL star. True. That's very true. Okay, a lot of damage on board here. Is it enough?
It is.
Okay, I thought maybe the last card was Nibiru or something, but no, this is a W for Dasby.
Yep, and that's going to take us to game 2.
Okay, game 2. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I'm looking at the sideboard, and we do have a lot of options. I think, like, maybe Perulia, pretty good. I know we've seen Perulia in the past. Oh, we set pass. I was looking up the deck list. Is that a set pass from Jaxel? Oh, no. Classic Ryziel 5 non-engine, it might be. Oh! Okay. I mean, there's Lancia. And the Ash Blossom on the Tristalos. Okay, yeah, as maybe we expected. Nothing from Ryziel, but a lot of non-engine. So we Lancia'd, and our opponent has Thrust. Jesus. Setting a Talons. That's pretty weak.
Yeah.
Okay. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, baby.
This is gonna be a good one.
This is gonna be a great finals. Game 2. Show me
Let's
ice.
do it.
Yeah!
Okay.
Let's go. Okay. The Crystron does activate. That's the Imperm.
The Imperm. Hold. Are we going for?
I'm holding. It's like
Hold.
higher levels of top deck. Droplet.
Droplet.
Oh my god, but then we can't synchro. Right? Like, we just summon guys. That's it.
Admitted.
Wait, we can't do anything.
Doesn't even get the guy.
So no wonder they're like, okay, I can droplet, but this sucks. Okay, well, let's. Yeah. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh!
This is
Yu-Gi-Oh!
awesome. They're calling this the greatest finals in Yu-Gi-Oh history.
Oh my god.
That is such an insane draw.
Oh wait, did they? Oh my god, wanted draw. I mean, that's great. Yeah, we're not going to be using that birth anytime soon. Well, yeah.
Yeah, Deception's just such a great pickup here, because now you're going to be able to get rid of some of your board for just such insanely powerful monsters.
Yep. Okay. Grabbing the Hallowed Azamina. So we can send the Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Special summoning it. That's for Cialgo. That adds an Azamina or Sinful Spoils card from our deck to our hand. Okay, so that's not good. That's fine. We have the Hallowed Azamina targeting the Resialago, putting it back. We just need to send it again. Yeah, we're going to activate the Hallowed Azamina, sending the Wanted Reveal, grabbing Sylvia. This is the negate.
And we are just going to go in
that's
here.
That's 1900 attack, baby! Okay. New plan.
If they
off
summon
the top. X off the top.
Zombira the Dark, they win. They get over the...
Zombira the Dark does win. One time X'd. Yeah!
Oh. Wow!
Let's go!
That's crazy!
Oh my god. Okay, aggregator. Chainlink 2. Negate the Sylvia.
We do still have one unknown set. What could it be?
Yeah, we have one unknown set. We have Deception set and the Talent set off of the Thrust, which we couldn't activate. Okay, we're going to negate the aggregator. I mean, I guess that's fine.
Negation is good. Oh!
It's Imperm. Oh my god, we are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Will anything? Yes!
No!
Something happened! Something happened! Something happened! So we had the node. We had the node. Something happened. We win. We win this game. Can you believe this? This is game 2!
This is insane.
Oh my god! Oh. Why waste the fusion? Well, I was gonna get negated off of the guy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Admittedly, it does leave us another thing board, but honestly, at that point, you assume that you have it. Unfortunately, your opponent sometimes is just better.
Yeah, sometimes your opponent knows everything that they need to know, and Cross here to shuffle back, draw a card. Cross so good.
Ice on my wrist.
Ice on my wrist. Call me Mr. Cross.
Smoking that X got me iced.
Talent Straw!
And Talent Straw. That's insane.
Bottom grade!
Unfortunately, as good as this seems, the game is not over yet.
It's not over. It's not over. There is a talent set, which, I mean, to be fair, does nothing.
However,
Yeah.
it can do
No,
something.
no, you can normalize here. Wow. Yeah, just all right. We're Ryziel Gaming. We've got a node, ice, sword, add. Yeah, and I guess if we, if we want to try and go for lethal, there might be a line with it with Eclipse Twins.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just broken. That's, oh yeah. I guess we haven't been able to see that much this tournament, but I feel like Crystron's one maybe big problem is this guy. I mean, how do you deal with this? So many graveyard effects you need, and Dweller says, nah, I'm good, dog.
And unfortunately, this does also put us off of the Diabell Star, which could get us into a little bit more.
Yep. Absolutely
So,
true.
unfortunately, the Dweller is nearly a death sentence,
Yep.
but there is still definitely a chance to get out of this.
Yep. Gotta be careful. Okay, we are doing node. Sending a guy in hand to special summon back. Seems like an easy detonator. We can attach the aggregator engrave, which is really good for when they, because like you can't flip deception, because if you flip deception, but that might be it. That might be lethal, right? 26, 18, 31.
Yes.
Yeah, looking like
A little bit of an
game.
attack boost from Do It Drive gets right there.
Definitely gets us there. 3,100 in, and Jaxel takes game 2 in the funniest game ever. Crazy game. Okay. Sideboard done. Dossie's going to start going first.
As we know, Crystron puts up a very strong start, especially when you lead with
a classic
good old
Crystron
Latina
start. Fenrir special. We've seen this. Dosby is glued. Fenrir glued to hand.
Yep. If not it itself, then a way to get to it. But we seem to be missing the Diabell package.
Yep. But we do have Tristalos and Inclusion. We saw a lot of Lancias from Jaxel. So let's see if those stick.
So what do you think on this board? Does Fenrir count?
Yeah, Fenrir counts for sure.
Okay. Just glad we got that cleared up.
Oh, sending the Thisfern's so good because we can banish it. The Sulfnir destroys itself so that we can special summon a Crystron. Grab Fud. Now I'm calling him Fud.
See, it's not making it happen.
There's the Ash Blossom. Are we going to Tristalos in response? We are. I wonder if that's correct. I guess you can synchro with Sitri and the guy to make a 7, which is Eliskeltis. Still get to Ash. Ash does clear.
We're seeing the intricacies of Crystron in this, as you don't have just the perfect start that they usually do. So we're kind of finding all of our pieces through, starting off with Inclusion in hand, and only that one. But you are going to start to see a lot more of the rest of the normal combo, air quotes, emerge from the depths of the deck.
Yep. And no Fuolos to worry about from Dosby's side. So you got to feel pretty good, right, when you don't have to worry about budget maxi, especially in a deck like this that special summons a lot from deck and from extra.
Of course,
Wow.
we are getting Swagger.
Oof, a thrust activated. You get to set. Yeah, wow. I was gonna say, I was like, there's a card that you could set here, and D-Barrier is a house.
As crazy as D-Barrier is, Jaxel still does have a lot of ways to deal with it, even if it is a big issue on his board, such as his iconic monster, Chaos Angel, as well as the entire Fiendsmith package.
Yeah.
And of course, X can still send them, which does still get you some advantage off.
Yeah. Oh!
That Nibiru
Nibiru!
is really good. Wow.
Nibiru yet again.
However, we do still have FUD's effect
We have
as well
FUD.
as
Inclusion.
yes, I believe we still do have sulfur in hand as well.
Big day for Nibiru. Okay, we're seeing like full Crystron here. No Azamina engines currently. And no Kashtira either. Yeah, Jaxel superpower showing off. Able to draw Nibiru when he really needs it. What do you do here? You have the side tree to synchro during the opponent's phase. What? Then I guess we can make a 7 into Dawn Dragster, but that doesn't do too much. And the D-Barrier set, D-Barrier, whew.
Just such an intense game because now,
yeah,
both these players are thinking out of their minds. They're all considering all angles, but it's so interesting. Now I'm considering the angles that they're thinking of, and it's such an interesting game state, knowing what your opponent has and what your opponent doesn't have, because we've seen Ash and Nibiru, but he could have even more.
Yep.
Dawn Dragster is such a great play here. Admittedly, there's not a lot of amazing spells in Redyoshe. However, there are certain ones that do get you stopped.
No, pretty good, especially when you see those kind of like going second spells. We've seen like Duster this tournament and like other power spells, and so. But here, definitely you're a little happy with your Jaxel. I mean, you're not happy, obviously. You know the dimensional barrier is there, so you're kind of going to have to go rely on Nibiru control with, I guess, I know we all know Jaxel's running Fiendsmith, so Jaxel could pivot into Fiendsmith to avoid the dimensional barrier. And of course, the problem is dimensional barrier can be activated always in response to a Redyoshe rank 4 lock. So you want them to activate the dimensional barrier and get it over with, but you also want to commit to like a Fiendsmith play, and so you can't like normal ice. And the Nibiru is so awkward sometimes in Redyoshe because it provides a monster on board that's not a level 4, so
exactly
you can't add off X. You can't. You need to like send it. It's a very frustrating thing to activate, especially when you know your opponent's fronting D barrier. So of course, Jaxel taking his time trying to figure out what to play here.
Evidently, there is great ways to get it off the board at the moment, such as Closed Moon, and like you can always tribute some of the Fiendsmith. So.
Yeah. Bonfire activated. I mean, I don't know. Do you have any other better spells to negate? Unless this could be bait. The Dawn Dragster could be used for something like a Talents.
And even if it isn't bait, it still is like Bonfire can literally mean anything in this deck because a monster is any Redyoshe monster is another Redyoshe monster. But if they don't have a Redyoshe monster, then that's where Bonfire feels like a valid negate.
Yeah. But you have D barrier, right? So like, I don't know. I guess you could just negate this. There's not, and like if DOT speed negates this, it's understandable, right? Like, yeah, like there's not a lot of impactful spell traps you're negating in this deck. And if your opponent's getting to duo drive cross, like whatever, like at that point, it's, you know, things are probably not your way. And if they have the talents, they have the talents, kind of just conceding to that fact. So I get it. You really want to force your opponent to D-barrier, right? Like you want it over with, because if they get to just hold it, you're locked out of your game plan for longer than you want to be.
It's just so hard to say when you're in these moments of thinking.
Oh, there it is!
So many,
Lurie normal!
My go, Lurie.
Go!
We are going for Requiem here. That's very interesting.
It's great. I mean, we have to. There's Lacrima.
Again, such a great card, Lacrima.
Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel. Lacrimal resolves. We're going to send the engraver.
Will we get the iconic Jaxel card?
This is pretty good here, though. We can equip.
No, it is. It's very good here.
Requiem. Shuffle back the Lurie with the engraver.
And no matter what, Crystron does have a way to get monsters off field through spell and traps. The issue is that a lot of it is in the trap, so you're not going to have a great way to get a 3,500 beater off the board, and that might impede their push for lethal next turn.
Yeah.
Our chat is assuming that these players are much worse than they actually are. Our players are great here.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They are insisting that the D-barrier will be called for fusion.
No, I mean, like, all options, you know, you want to try and consider, right? Like, okay, what if they do this crazy play, right? Like, you know, I expect them to call Xyz off dimensional barrier when necessary, but, you know, what if they call synchro? I mean, they're not. We can mostly guess that they're probably not going to do that based on how powerful it is. If a Ryziel monster is allowed to kind of play, then Dasvi suddenly and very quickly can lose the game. So it can be scary.
The goat.
Get him! Get that dimensional barrier out of here.
Banish
Force
that barrier.
Get it out of here. Yeah, call Xyz. Come on. Call it.
Call an Xyz and just get it over with.
Okay.
Again, at this point, Jaxel's board isn't horrible. They don't have their normal summons.
No, it's not.
They have a 3k and 35k, which does put in a lot of damage on them.
It's a lot of damage.
Yes. However, the opponent can just pull it back in one turn.
Yeah. No,
we do know Jaxel does have most likely has some access to Ryziel in his hand.
Yeah.
Alongside an unknown set, which could, in fact, be anything.
Yup. I'm trying to check out the graveyard here, see if there's anything we can activate, but it doesn't look like we have any kind of Crystron follow-up. It's Unicorn Special Summon. That's not enough. Again, we can Lacrima, but honestly, Unicorn, a pretty good counter to that. Especially if Jaxel's only on one Desiree. Because if we activate any effect, Unicorn just gets to dig out that Desiree. So this is a pretty good stop to the Lacrima Special Summon. Or the Lacrima effect to Special Summon Requiem. Okay. They're going to activate
Starting
Unicorn.
off with the Unicorn we knew they had.
Okay.
But
this frees things up a lot. That Imperm is huge.
Yes. Baiting it out with the Unicorn is so crazy because it just has... they could stop you in so many other places. Tasvi just needs to remember that it is in the middle column.
Yeah. Don't want an Imperm blunder, but... oh! Okay,
wow!
Ash Blossom activated. Okay, what now, though? Does Dasvi have enough to extend? Soulfear in hand, dumping the Smite.
That is so good.
God. Okay. Can they out Chaos Angel? I think they can. Soul Fricknir. There's the Smiger. Okay, a second Nibiru would be crazy. Okay, we're going to activate Grab Crystron Inclusion. Could you imagine all of this? Call D-Barrier, Xyz, and your opponent never had a Ryziel to begin with.
That'd be insanely funny.
It's definitely possible with Fiendsmith Ryziel, you know? Hand trap,
Anything
hand
can
trap,
happen.
hand trap, hand trap, hand trap, Imperm, and like Lurie.
People are calling for the third Nibiru in chat. Who knows?
Could you imagine?
Again, just a great pickup here, having Cluster in this board state. It's going to do a lot, even if they don't do a lot of synchro plays from here on.
And destroying that spell gets them the spell card in graveyard, which they can banish to special summon a Crystron from the
But it's
graveyard
just
as
such a
well.
strong card.
Thud is
It
so
does
good.
everything.
Sulfador is such a strong card. You've already gone through a 7 line with Dawn Dragster, so we're gonna make the Skeletus again. Yep.
Skeletus is great.
Skeletus is good. That's a good way to put Chaos Angel down.
Keep in mind, this is any card. You can get back the continuous if you wanted, but also there are so many extenders that you could just go into. That's a great one.
Yep.
And this does lower the attack of Chaos Angel, so we do have an easier time attacking over it, which is very funny.
Yeah, that is very funny. And yeah, because Chaos Angel is only unaffected by monster effects activated. It does get debuffed by continuous effects. Is Chris Strong gonna win Luke Von Karma Cup of Aces monthly?
The inaugural one too.
The inaugural?
It'd be so crazy to say that. Yeah, in the month of Ryziel and Malice, Chris Strong won. Crazy. Too fun.
And to be fair, this format with SUDA is largely unexplored, right? We just got the cards like 2 days ago, right?
Yep. One of the first tournaments of the weekend, and we're already seeing a great showing from one of the new decks.
Yep.
Actually, 2 parts of the new decks, because we're also seeing Azamina in this.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw a lot of Azamina cards activated. We saw a lot of Abao actually got a lot of screen time.
Yep.
It was awesome.
I need to pick one up now. I've been convinced. Surely, I didn't know it was a good card until now.
Do you think Chris Strong was on Fraud Watch?
No, I was talking about Abao. Abba.
Oh, Abao. Yeah. Oh, Infinity.
Infinity's going to be really good here because you're just going to be able to steal the Nibiru.
Okay, but does that get over the Chaos
It does not. But it does just get you a little treat.
That's true. Okay. I have a plan for it. We're going to go inclusion, special summon back the Skeletus.
Oh, wait, no, it does. Because now after the special summon, he goes down to attack. Wait, this isn't enough.
It's not
Never
enough.
mind, I did my calculation wrong.
Yeah, we still need bigger than 3K. Oh! Normal summon Thistvern.
Are we getting the big guy here?
Yeah, I think if we get the big guy, but so it's Unicorn, Tristalos. No, is that
Keep
enough?
in mind, even if he doesn't clear it this turn, he does have next turn to clear with the trap. But the trap, that is a great one.
Legatia again
coming
up!
And it will crash, and it doesn't get destroyed by battle.
Yes!
It has that is a great inclusion in this deck. Wow!
Talents. Oh my god, drawn off the Legatia.
What are we doing? Card back the deck?
It's got to be take, right? Or I guess it could be rip, right? Yeah, no, take is probably it.
Take is strongest.
Was that the top deck? Jaxel asks. Yes.
Oh, no, man.
I mean, what can you do?
That was such a good game.
Woo.
Both players did their best, and honestly, I could not ask for better finals for the inaugural Luke Von Karma Cup of Aces.
Yeah, me neither. What an incredible game. Let's see if this hack goes through, unless there's a battle fader. This freaking deck. Crystron, Kashtira, Azamina, by the way. It's not just Crystron.
Azamina as well.
Like, this was engines. Well played. And congratulations to Dasvi, the winner of the Luke Von Karma Cup of Ace monthly tournament. Claps for Dasvi. Shouts out to Jaxel. Second place. Incredible stuff. Thank you all so much. And thank you, Wolt, for joining me.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad to be here. Next month you might get someone of a little bit more high caliber than your little minion, but
yeah, no, the little minion comes in, and I need your help. So.
I'm hoping for Peeps Yugioh. I love that guy.
Yeah. Me too. I don't. Maybe we'll get Peeps on commentary. He's done a lot of co-commentary in the past with me and Mr. Joseph.